Hello and welcome to Fresh Face One Shots. My name is Joey,
And I'm Jacob.
and today we are back with Wonder Woman by Tom King. This is issue number 26. We are continuing the Mouseman arc. I do like that Wonder Woman isn't tying into DCKO. King's just kind of on a run with on a roll with this current arc right now, and I wouldn't want that to be interrupted by an event. So
Unless maybe December's issue is a tie-in.
Maybe. I suppose we'll see. But as it stands, this is a pretty damn great issue. I really enjoyed
Interesting
this.
one. This is Tom King being like, hey, isolationism can lead to the rise of fascism, but also there might be a reading of
Whoa, you're really cutting out. Whoa, my boy.
Oh, what's happening? What is happening? How better?
I think so. All right. Try speak for a little bit now.
All right, we're just gonna test this. We're gonna keep speaking and go.
Okay. All right. You're good. All right. Sorry.
I don't know.
You're good now. You're good.
I don't know what that was. Maybe it was like a surge in the Wi-Fi or something.
That was really weird. All right. Sorry. Just pick up from your last point you were gonna make.
So this seems to be Tom King trying to analyze how isolationism can lead to fascism, but also maybe accidentally reading that community building is bad if you just read that. It's doing
that's certainly not what he's saying. I don't think.
No.
Come on. It's
very much like, hey, isolationism isn't bad, is a not great thing.
And in this case, it literally directly leads to the rise of fascism, and
yes.
An actual infringing on human rights and things like that. And I thought this was a fascinating look. I didn't expect King to fully tackle the time between silly Mouseman backstory issue and now, but I really like this. I like the take this takes. First off, because King's got to tie everything into DC history, this takes place after a crisis. One can assume Infinite Earths. It seems I would assume because they refer specifically at one point to the skies changing color, and I'm like, okay, probably Crisis then, and probably Infinite Earths, if I were to guess. But there's this survivors group after a crisis, and there's this guy named Ernest Pye who gets this community together and kind of says hey, we have all been affected by these people. We don't hate these people, these heroes, but they have put our lives in jeopardy, and we should have.
Well, let's. Here's the thing: the way King writes the dialogue about not hating the heroes, it feels like an analog to bigotry against heroes. It's like, oh, I don't hate them. I just want them over there.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, you can kind of even see that in the first page when they do that, those couple panels, people reacting to what he's saying. And there's the specific line that Pi has about seems we have a right to find out, to be somewhere without them. So what happened to me and probably you, that doesn't happen again. And there's this particularly bitter looking woman here, very much taking this message to an extreme, and you can see how potentially a well-intentioned guy here like Ernest Pye very easily falls into fascism and very easily inspires people like that. So we have Mouseman here joining these people, going off to this what they call a paradise island of their own, to be away from
that for with some reason they have the government's permission to build it, which I think is, again, I think this is supposed to be a statement on how the government can allow fascism to creep in. It doesn't entirely work because of the whole separation thing. Whereas
yeah. Well, I think this might also be a sovereign thing, because we know Mouseman has some kind of ties to the sovereign. So
yeah, maybe.
But yeah, so they make an island of their own. I love just that. When it really sets in, because they don't do the proper reveal, oh, this is how Mouseman, got his island and everything, until they do that full 2-page spread of showing the island. And then when there's just, once again, I say once again, because there was another sort of mounting sense of dread in our Unbreakable X-Men that we recently covered. Kind of just a very similar thing, just this mounting sense of dread when you see that island there. Meanwhile,
the present is the present's plotline is just a fairly extended fight scene eventually facing Mouseman.
I do really like Diana's dialogue in the fight leading up to confronting Mouseman. The whole she said like, damn you for making me hurt these innocent creatures. I can only hope you may learn the price of their pain. I don't know. Once again, just great compassionate Diana moment of just like lamenting that she has to do this. She then, of course, comes face to face with Mouseman. We get a fight between the two of them. I love the moment where he sort of like breaks her tiara, and it's just a cool moment. Meanwhile, in our flashbacks here, we see just this slow sort of crackdown on people who think differently. If we came here for peace, well, why should there be any crime? So we do something about crime. In this case, like we see, our example here we see is a guy like
giant mice to eat the legs off of muggers.
Yeah. And then you see like this growing smaller police force of people with their giant mice and people obeying him and saying all the same things that Mouseman is saying. They're literally his yes men in this case.
There's also idea of Mouseman becoming more like a mouse.
Yeah, which is a fascinating idea. Even right down to like when you get this like really big sort of close up on Mouseman when he's fighting Diana, like you see like he kind of has like the big sort of like front teeth, and even like the really like rounded ears like a mouse. Like, I just find that just a fascinating character design choice. And then we see back in our flashbacks, Ernest Pye eventually being one of the guys that sort of like speaks out, trying to call out for Superman to come and save them because Mouseman's crackdown on this island has gotten this bad. This really horrifying torture scene. Daniel Sampere's still on the art here, right? Yeah, Daniel Sampere's still doing the art here. Yeah. My God.
It's doing the climax of 1984.
It is. Oh, yes, it is. Totally.
Except Absolutely. With a chest instead of a face.
Yeah. Like, yeah. We get like this fucking scene of like Mouseman bathing with mice.
Mice, which is just that's just like, King, what are you? What? Like that's just.
He's just a weird guy, that's all. Not Tom King, that is. I mean, I guess he might be. I don't know the guy personally, but Mouseman's a weird guy. And also we start to see like the evolution of like language here and how Mouseman sort of like starts to crack down on that. The whole like yes I know thing, leading to our eventual like Mouseman knows, mice have ears, etc.
The whole conditioning to just language being that.
We have,
and then we end on Lizzie's been captured.
Lizzie's been captured. Although I did also want to comment on the last scene of flashbacks. We see our sort of young pink-haired girl. I know we were questioning in the first couple issues, like can she actually say other things? And of course we know now that she can. But seeing how this was sort of like literally beat into her. And presumably beaten to like everyone else on the island to only ever say Mouseman knows and mice have ears. I don't know, just spooky stuff. Oh, with the slow zoom in on the Mouseman authoritarian, sort of a poster. But yeah, Lizzie has been captured. Mouseman has little Lizzie, and that is our big sort of cliffhanger here. And I'm very interested to see where that goes, of course. Yeah, just excited to see. I don't know how long exactly this arc is going to be, but like I don't know. I'm happy for it to go on much longer because I've been such a big fan of this one in particular. It's a great arc.
Maybe 2 more issues if I had to guess. Like
maybe that seems about right. Maybe. Although of course we're gonna have to deal with the fallout of the birth of a matriarch. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah. Well, this specific of mice and Yeah. It's of Mice and Men. That's the or no.
Yeah. What's the island of wait, what is it called again? I forgot what the arc is called.
It's a terrible the island of Mice and Men. Okay, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no, of Mice and Men's the Steinbeck novel.
Yes. yeah. That's anyway,
nothing to do with literal mice, but
no, of course. I mean, yeah, but it's a great novel. all that said, I think that does it for this. If you enjoyed this, be sure to check out other Fresh Face one-shots we do. We cover Superman by Joshua Williamson. Obviously, we cover Wonder Woman by Tom King, but we also cover Trinity, Daughter of Wonder Woman, the spinoff of Wonder Woman. We cover Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, the end of the Long Halloween saga, which now only has one issue left. We're covering Batman by Matt Fraction, as well as DCKO, the fall DC event, which has been absolutely insane. We cover The Unbreakable X-Men by Gail Simone, which is once again going back to being Uncanny X-Men back in January, so that's or in January eventually. You get the idea. Also check out our link trees, our socials, all that will be linked down below in the description. You can follow us wherever you want to follow us. Be sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/BloodDonut that will also be linked below. You can get all kinds of fun things there, like early Star Trek reviews, Star Trek commentaries, Fresh Face extras, and if you're not into any of that, you can go to the general support tier, which will get your name down in the description below. Of every single video we put out, it'll be like the first thing people will see when they go down there. They'll see your name there. They'll see that you're a cool person, and they'll want to join the Patreon too. That's exactly how it goes. Main podcast, Fresh Face Comics. Coming very soon. We have an episode on the Uncanny X-Men Volume 4 coming out. It's Chris Claremont. It's the start of the Dark Phoenix saga. It's all very exciting. We're having our friend Andrew on for that, so it's gonna be very fun. Other than that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I always get caught at the very end there. Subscribe to the channel, Blood Donut Studios, and support means the absolute world to us. Until next time, this has been Joey Morgan.
Jacob Licklider.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.